Most people assume luxury homes take longer to sell, but the data from May tells a very different story. In Madison County, the typical luxury home sold at exactly 100% of its asking price. More than 60% of luxury homes sold at or above list price. And properly priced luxury homes were going into contract in less than 2 weeks. At the same time, another group of luxury homes sat on the market for months. So what's the difference? So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what's happening in Madison County's luxury market from Huntsville and Madison to Owens Crossroads and Gurley, and showing you why pricing and positioning matter more than ever in the $580,000 plus segment. And if you're considering selling a luxury home in the next 6 to 12 months, don't make the mistake of assuming your home's value based on what your neighbor sold for last year. The luxury market is incredibly strategic right now. Some homes are selling at full asking price with virtually no negotiation, and others are sitting for months and eventually reducing their price. If you'd like a customized luxury pricing and market strategy based on your specific property, click the link in the description and schedule a luxury seller strategy session with me. We'll analyze your home, your competition, and the market data to determine exactly how to position your property for maximum value. Alright, so now we're going to look at the luxury market for the Madison County area for May of 2026. And what this means is all these properties that were in this data were houses that were $580,000 or more. So going to be looking into all kinds of different data as pertains to luxury market. And so in the month of May, there were 102 luxury homes sold. So there are currently 169 pending sales, and there's a 4.1 month supply of luxury properties in Madison County. So that means it's a balanced to seller market. And then 28% of all the properties are under contract right now. Alright. What luxury buyers are actually paying? As you can see here, average sold price is $785,000. Median sales price is $730,000, and the lowest was $580,000. Of course, that's where this was cut off. So that's, if there's one there, that's where it's going to be. The highest was $1.49 million. Average price per square foot is $223 per square foot, with a median price per square foot of $198. Alright, it says here the $1 million plus segment is actively closing. A lot of them are getting under contract pretty quickly and then actually closing. Alright, here it says 100% median list to sell ratio. A lot of these, there's not a lot of negotiation when it comes to luxury properties. There's also quite a few of these that are new construction, and so so that's where that number is so high. So the average list to sales ratio, which is a little bit better number, is 99.1. It says that there are 38 of these that were sold below list price. Those were typically overpriced to begin with, and 63 of the 102 homes that sold were at or above list price. And like I said, a lot of those were probably new builds. And so that's why this 1 to 7 days is probably pretty high. A lot of the builders won't put these properties onto MLS until they're under contract, and then that's why they have a 0 days on market. The median is 12.5, which is probably a little bit better snapshot of how long these normally take. And then you have a 51 days average on market. So you have 1 to 7 days is you had 20 sales, and then 90 days plus 20 sales. So it's just two ends of the spectrum. The 1 to 7 is probably your new construction, and then your 90 days plus is probably the ones that were a little bit a little bit overpriced, and then anything in between those were the sweet spot for the market here in Madison County. All right, 40% of all the closings for luxury properties were within 580 and 700,000, with 15% being over the million. So we saw the highest was 1.49. So 15 closings in the month of May were between $1 million and 1.5. So the majority of I would say the luxury pricing market is between 580,000 and 700,000. All right, this shows a breakdown of the cities. The next slide will be zip codes. So the cities with the most sales, with a median sales price of 775,000, be 45 sales is Huntsville. Average days on market is 51. Madison, there were 20 sales for 634,000. Now that list to sell 100%, I can almost guarantee you, we'll even see later on these slides, there's a couple properties listed. Those were all in town Madison, and so those are definitely new construction. Owens Crossroads, 13, 699,000, 76 days on market, 98.5% list to sell. But all of them are very close to selling for what they were listed for. Alright, so 35758, 35802, which is Southeast Huntsville, and then 35763, which is Owens Crossroads. There are 13 sales in each of those zip codes. Average sales price is between 700 and 800,000. And then you can see another Southeast Huntsville zip code with a little bit higher average sales price of 820,000. And there's a lot of properties out in Gurley. A lot of land, a lot of nice properties. That zip code, there was nine sales also for $880,000 average sales price. All right, so this is what I was talking about. These St. Louis ones are definitely new builds in town Madison. The 1.4, 1.35, and probably these Washington Street and Peace Street with 0 days on market is probably also a new construction. Dug Hill Road is a known location for luxury properties. 34 days on market isn't bad at all, especially for $1.3 million listing. Alright, so strategic takeaway for luxury sellers. As you can see, price is everything. If it's priced right, it's going to move pretty quick. Of course, a lot of these properties closed under 2 weeks. Inventory is rising, so 418 active listing, which is 4.1 months of supply. It means competition is growing, especially in this price range. So, as always, but it's even more pertinent to this, but marketing, presentation, and pricing are very, very important. Alright. Luxury buyers, inventory is moving fast. There's 169 properties under contract right now, so that's 29% of all active listings are actually marked as pending. Then in this pricing range, you're going to have to expect to pay close to list price. A lot of these properties seem to be priced within reason, and so that's why they get pretty good. The ones that are 90 days plus are probably way overpriced, but as you can see, that was most of those, like 99.1% was sales price to list price. It's pretty good, especially for higher priced. You see a lot lower when it comes to lower priced homes, but yeah, that's pretty neat to see that a lot of these properties are being listed where they should be. Alright, so that was just a quick run through of the luxury market here. As you can see, 580,000 plus. The sweet spot seemed to be between 580,000 to 700,000, and then a considerable amount of $1 million properties sold in the month of May with 15. So quick moving market. A lot of properties selling pretty close to what they list for. A lot of the properties are also new builds, so that's why that days on market seems to be kind of low, with those being put in MLS at 0 days on market when it goes under contract. But if you want to talk about either buying or selling a luxury home, reach out. Phone number is 256-542-0226. You can also click the link in the description, set up a strategy call, and go over your goals, data, what your timeline is, and we can come up with a strategy to help you buy or sell your next luxury home. And if you're thinking about selling your luxury home, I recorded a video that's just for you. It's right here in this corner, and it's on the 5 mistakes to avoid when selling a home. Click the video. I'll see you over there.